Jonas was chomping at the bit, was our first driver, waiting for the room to open. So Jonas has run the entire practice out there. Our very own Michael D'Amico, second cameraman, came down off of the camera stool there and ran a few laps and put up a very respectable time, 30.98. Third up, Kyle Vincent Gilbert in the 38. He had 31.1. He's just a couple tenths off of the leader. As we go into the qualifying mode now, let's see what these guys got. 2 laps, and fastest one counts. Absolutely. So as these guys pull out, the first lap will probably be the fastest. We'll have to kind of see how the times roll in here. So lots going on in iRacing today. I was telling D'Amico before we started. iRacing is doing all kinds of stuff where they announced today that the pros would not be able to run the NASCAR iRacing Series Open Series from this point forward. And a lot of people started trolling, on the forums as people troll, and iRacing eventually reversed their decision and put it back the way it was before they started this morning. So just another day in the iRacing community, but nothing has changed as of this point. So that was kind of interesting to watch from afar today in iRacing. Qualifying times are up. Let's see. Jonas Hankins backs up practice with a 30.928. Nice lap. Our provisional pole sitter in that 2 car. Maurice Hester second, right behind him with 2 100ths off with a 30.999. Matt Martin third. Actually, Matt Martin down to fourth with his 31.09. And Dustin Lee sneaks in there on the podium with a 31.08. Looks like Neil Adamczak gets a great lap in there with a 30.94 and slots in second. Maurice Hester up to third. Dustin Lee, pardon me, is down to fourth. Matt Martin rounds out your top 5 with a 31.09. And I tell you what, the top 5, folks, are within 1/10 of a second. Rounding out the top 10 here, Ryan M. in 6th. Todd McDuffie in 7th. Dale Lombardo in 8th. Craig Adamczak in 9th in the 97. Sarah Seisner is 10th. Rounding out our final qualifiers, Kyle Vincent Gilbert in 38 is 11th, and Daniel Sims rounds it up with a 31.9 in the 15, starting number 12. In the final moments of qualifying, we do have more than 12 drivers, so there are going to be some people starting in the back, it looks like. So as we get ready for grid, what's going on in NASCAR this week, D'Amico?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. You tell me.
Well, Kevin Harvick is obviously hot to trot right now. He had a good 10th or two over everybody else for most of the weekend. Will he be able to continue that in Vegas? I think that's our lead story right there.
That's the Phoenix race over the weekend. It's pretty loud. Ears are still ringing.
So D'Amico figured out he needs hearing protection when he goes to NASCAR. Good choice.
Definitely if you're sitting in turn 4.
Let's get ready to go through the starting grid. Sorry, I'm slow here, having technical difficulties. All right, starting on the pole, Jonas Hankins in that 2-play seat machine. In second, Neil Adamczak in that number 1. Maurice Hester on the inside in that Carolina Scrap Shack machine. Dustin Lee, that OHW Chevy Silverado, starting in 4th. Rounding out the top 5, Matt Martin in the Alliance Truck Parts Chevy Silverado. 6, Ryan M. in the SMM Motorsports machine. Starting 7th, Todd McDuffie in that Safety Clean GMAC Silverado. Dale Lombardo on the outside, starting 8th, and that Junior Motorsports 06. In the 97, Craig Adamczak in that Fanatic, starting 9th. Rounding out the top 10, Sarah Seisner. Starting 11th, Kyle Vincent Gilbert in the God's Not Dead car. Like that. Interesting paint job there. Starting 12th is the NASCAR Hall of Fame, number 15 of Daniel Sims. 13th, Dominic Krishek in the Main Performance PC, white Chevy Silverado. We got rounding out the back the 16 of Garland Meadows and that V6 machine. And here we go, folks. Going to be a good race. So they're doubled up here. We got about a half a lap till we go green. Jonas Hankins was waiting in the TeamSpeak room when I arrived. Was the first one here, ready to go racing. And here he is on the pole, bringing them down here at Las Vegas. And the pace car ducks off. And here we go. They're starting to pick it up. Green, green, green. And Jonas Hankins gets a really good start there. 2 wide behind him for second between Neil Adamczak and Morris Hester. Double 2 by 2 fighting on. But the 41 of Maurice Hester takes the spot in second. We're 3 wide back here for about 10th. The 15, oh no, that we got a wreck. The 18 comes up into the 91. Caution flag is out. Let's take a look at the 18 Dominic Krishek. Starting on the outside lane there is the 18 of Dominic Krishek. Let's take a look as he brings it through 1 and 2. Gets down to the bottom, gets a run, decides to take it 3 wide, and touches the apron just enough to come up into the 97 there of Craig Adamczak. Tough break for Craig. That was a big hit. So Craig Adamczak, the 97 Fanatic green machine there, is on pit road getting repairs done. Good thing there's resets. He is reset and pulling back out. That was a tough break. Pretty early to be racing that close. There was no margin of error on that inside lane. 18 of Dominic Krishek pulls it into the pits and behind the wall. So didn't like what he felt out there in his setup, decided to bring it in. So it looks like we got 13 cars on the lead lap here. Jonas Hankins is our leader in the 2. Don't think anyone came down on pit road there. We're on lap 3 of 60. Make sure to check out our website, all-pro-racing.com. I'll spit that out right one time. But you can find the stream there, as well as a schedule and other events that we're hosting and involved in. Just taking a look at the fastest lap of the race so far was lap 2. Jonas Hankins, our leader, with a 65.03. I'll have to check with the booth. Are we set up to do driver interviews?
Yeah, who do you want to talk to?
Let's talk to Craig Adamczak. I'll jump over there on the driver's channel if you're ready.
Alright, we're going to get a driver interview with the cars. Clear the channel, please. You're good.
Hey, Craig Adamczak, Mike Ellis up here in the booth. You got me?
I gotcha.
Hey, looks like you got caught up into that wreck there. Tell us a little bit about what happened.
Well, I was holding my line, and I don't know what happened. I couldn't see it, but I definitely got the worst end of it.
Well, I tell you what, that was a very hard hit for Vegas.
Yeah, I could feel it. Wasn't good.
Well, the good news is you got yourself a reset. You're still on the lead lap. Your car looks good. Can you get back up through there?
Oh yeah, I'm going back to the front, guaranteed.
All right, well, good luck out there. We'll keep our eye on you as you make your way through the field. Hope to see you there in Gatorade Victory Lane.
All right, thanks.
Well, there you have it, folks. We heard from Craig Adamczak in the 97 Fanatic machine out there running tail end. Let's see if he can get it done. I always think these drivers sit up in their seat a little bit more after getting wrecked like that, involved in something that wasn't of their doing, and they want to, make a good showing of it. And when you get a reset, and still in the lead lap, you're still in this thing. So, good luck to Craig out there. We'll have to watch as he makes his way through here. got the one to go there. Pace car lights are off, signaling the one to go, and trucks have doubled up there behind the pace car. So we got 12 cars left. $55 mph. Pace car's off. Looks like our leader's waiting for green. Green flag. Nice getaway for our leader, Jonas Hankins. But Maurice Hester's right there, taking a little look on the inside. Enough to keep Jonas up high. And Maurice Hester is going to take the lead. Oh, excuse me, that's Dustin Lee. So Dustin Lee is on the inside of Hankins. Dustin Lee to the front. The one of Neil Adamczak is the third. We got a wreck with the 12 and the 41. Oh, and the 36 gets caught up in it. Let's take a look what happened here.
Ryan, did you get wrapped up in that?
Looking at the 41 of Maurice Hester, the 12. The 12 touches the apron just barely, and it shoots him up into the 41 of Maurice Hester. Tough break. The 12 is tore up too. Oh, and there was another wreck with the 15 and the 36. 15 of Daniel Sims.
Yeah, it was my fault on that one.
Yeah,
taking a look at the 15's replay, nowhere to go. He goes low and he clips the 36, brings both of their trucks up into the wall. 15 puts his rights right up there on the guardrail and rides it.
Lucky I landed on 4 wheels.
So back to live action here. Sounds like the drivers are talking about it. Fingers are pointing, but boy, you know, there's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go.
Yeah, I'm kind of listening in on the driver chat right
I
now.
was under him there, and I think it was sort of my fault because he held his line really well, and I was just there.
Wow, a lot of trucks are taken out in that wreck.
Came up into him, came across the nose of him, and
Well, I hope they understand we have resets, so they stay in this race.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I was looking at my inside. It dropped down.
So yeah, a lot of trucks involved there.
I don't know who hit who or what, but yeah.
Looks like everyone stays out. Dustin Lee is our leader. Jonas Hankins second. Neil Adamczak is third. McDuffie fourth. Dale Lombardo up to fifth. And Craig Adamczak is who we spoke to, I believe, earlier, is up to sixth. Just realized we have two Adamczaks in the room here, Neil and Craig, running in the number 1 and the number 97, third and sixth. Wonder if they're brothers. We had brothers last week. All right. So we're under yellow, lap 9 of 60. That was a bad wreck. Showing 9 cars on the lead lap. Looks like, yeah, we're down to 9 cars. Everyone else is taking it behind the wall. We may run out of trucks before we run out of laps here. That might be a new one for All Pro Racing. So the Phoenix race, yeah, I went to Friday qualifying and tried to figure out what they're doing in NASCAR for this new multi-car qualifying, and I couldn't figure out a thing. It was crazy. I sat down at the exit of pit road there in the grandstand, and it was a pretty much messed up situation. There was nobody waiting in line. People cutting in front of other people that were waiting because there was a limit to 12 cars on track at any given time. And the spotters were trying to manage, okay, this car pulled off, the next car can go out, and it was just basically a cluster.
Yeah, that sounds kind of like a cluster. Do you think they're going to probably change that back or leave it the way it is?
They're going to do something different, I'm sure. It'll be interesting to see this weekend what they do. The other problem was somebody told these drivers that if they coast around the track with their engine off at 50 mile an hour, the engine will cool faster and they'll do better later in qualifying. So everybody started doing that, and it was a dangerous situation. We had fast cars on track doing hot laps, and we had other cars doing cool down laps at the same time, and no rhyme or reason to it, and it was a dangerous situation. So NASCAR does need to make some changes there. So look forward to that at Vegas. See what they do to tweak it. We're doubled up, ready to go green here at Las Vegas. Pace car was off. Dustin Lee is going to bring him down. Green, green, green. Dustin Lee gets clear in that OHW machine. Side by side for second is Neil Adamczak. Going around Hankins, back to third. They're fighting for sixth back here, as everyone tries to line up here and get in line. We need to click some laps off without some wrecks. Looks like everyone is lined up. Doesn't last long as the two of Jonas Hankins looks inside of the one, but the one has quite a run on the outside there on Dustin Lee. He's looking out there. Lee pulls up right in front of him. And now the two of Jonas Hankins looks on the inside of the one. He's not there, but almost. A lot of playing in the air going on here. Oh, the two is on the apron and truck goes squirrely. So it's Dustin Lee in first, Neil Adamczak in the one in second, Jonas Hankins in third, and the 0-3 of Todd McDuffie is up here to fourth, trying to get into this top three. Draft certainly in play. Side by side for second. Finally getting some good racing here. And Hankins gets it done and has a run, takes it high. Uh-oh, and he almost hits the wall, and the one had to back out to get off. And the 0-3 takes advantage. 0-3 up to third, Todd McDuffie. And Todd McDuffie makes it clear the one, but the one looks on the inside again. We have a race for the lead. The 2 gets up in there, gets right up on the 51, touches the 51 to the wall. Hankins takes the lead by brute force. And now the 1 follows suit as Dustin Lee is hanging out to dry on the outside. The 03 is cutting him a break. So Hankins flexing some muscle here. I'm sure Dustin Lee didn't appreciate that, and you know, he'll race these guys how they race him. I know how Dustin is, and let's see how this develops. The 1 makes a run for the lead. Neil Adamczak, new leader. As Hankins goes to the outside in his freight train, Dustin Lee gets by for second. Todd McDuffie just riding to see how this is going to play out. I'm sure he saw the contact. He doesn't want to get involved here. But Neil Adamczak getting it done, holding the lead out front in that 1 machine. So the top 4 lined up finally here. Adamczak, Lee, Hankins, McDuffie, Kyle Vincent Gilbert rounding out in the 5th spot. Still watching this top 3 here. Hankins is looking on the outside of Adamczak. Adamczak pushes up. Hankins thinks twice about it. That opens the door for Dustin Lee, looking in for 2nd place. So they keep trading their spots and on who's going to be sitting to the outside to the back. We got basically 2 groups of cars now. Oh my land, and Hankins gets it done on the outside. Adamczak doesn't even know what happened there. Impressive pass. The 03 tried to follow suit there.
Yeah, Jonas Hankins been a pretty quick contender back in our factor when I used to race with him. So I'm glad to see him out here doing a great job tonight.
Let's pick up the 38 of Kyle Vincent Gilbert. The Ryan M in the 12 hits the apron, comes up right in front of Gilbert. Now Gilbert's hood is all crinkled. They're having trouble here sorting this out. We got Adamczak, Craig in the 97 leading the 2nd group here. Ryan M, Kyle Vincent Gilbert, Dale Lombardo, Garland Meadows, and Daniel Sims. Let's look back up front. Hankins is slow. Adamczak gets by on the inside, takes the lead. Caution, caution. I don't see it. I think it was the 16. Yeah, I couldn't find anything. Looks like the 12. Okay, he's around.
Looking at the instant replay of truck number 12, yeah, he spins by himself right into the center wall.
Gets loose coming up off late and hits that inner wall. Comes back up across the track, and here comes another one and escapes injury there. So Ryan M. heavily damaged.
Yeah, that's good.
Let's check pit stops. The leaders are pitting. Everyone's in. Looks like the 7 car stays out, but several laps down it's the 7 car. But everyone in for tires and fuel here. on lap 38.
23. Lap 23.
We're on lap 23. 38 laps remain. There we go, if I get it right. And the one gets off pit road first with 2 tires only. Looks like everyone else has 4. So Hankins gets off second, Dustin Lee third, Todd McDuffie in fourth. So let's reset here. Neil Adamczak is our leader. Jonas Hankins runs second. Dustin Lee is third. Showing 9 cars on the lead lap here.
Todd McDuffie restarting in 4th. And it looks like Craig Adamczak will be restarting in 5th.
Well, as they cross the line here, reset. Adamczak's actually back to 7th. Garland Meadows, we haven't called his name yet, up to 5th. Dale Lombardo in 6th. Adamczak 7th. Kyle Vincent Gilbert in 8th. And Ryan M. Coming off pit road, damage. Looks like he's used all the resets that were available because he's still got damage on his truck. Still showing on the lead lap, Ryan M. So let's get a word with Jonas Hankins.
We saw that. Tell us about that.
Well, I think I got a pretty strong car. I got the pole, and we'll see what's going on with her. She's pretty tough, though.
All right. Well, yeah, that's the first time we saw a pass made for the lead on the outside. So we'll have to see here, but the inside looks like the place to be. Good luck out there.
Appreciate it.
All right, so there you have it, folks. Jonas Hankins been running top 3 most of the day. See if he can hold it up there. He'll be starting on the outside. Neil Adamczak in number 1. Dustin Lee going to be starting 3rd. That's a pretty good position.
There, are you going to catch up there?
He got a little bit shuffled out there by some of the moves Hankins was pulling there. I'm sure he's looking to get in front of Hankins and get back in the lead.
Come on.
Lap leaders, these guys, all 3 of them are really close on laps led right now. 7, 8, and 9 respectively. Oh, yeah, D'Amico, maybe we need to start paying for most laps led or something.
Yeah, there's going to be some changes. I mean, people need to stick around and start coming to these races, and things will change for a lot better. I'm thinking about giving away some $50 Visa cards coming up here in the near future.
Well, there you have it, folks. Pace car's off. Here we go. And green, green, green. Hankins gets a really good start. Adamczak holds it though. With support from Dustin Lee, they hold the bottom. And Adamczak floats it up, but comes back down with Lee as Hankins fights on the outside. McDuffie's right in the mix this time, not holding back, running right there, trying to get third now from Dustin Lee. That outside lane is working. So Dale Lombardo is up to fifth. Oh man, Hankins pushes down a bit there on Adamczak, pinches him down. Adamczak returns a favor, coming back up off of two. They're wrecking in the back. Caution. Garland Meadows is involved in the 16. It's the 12 car again. So the 12 car's got damage already and just loose as can be. Slaps the wall, takes out the 7 of Sarah Seaster, who's just running around trying to get laps. She's 13 laps down. Tough break for Sarah. Well, let's see if the 12 brings it behind the wall. If not, we're going to probably have to bring him behind the wall.
Yeah, he's smoking pretty bad, so I doubt he's going to be back on the track.
Yep, resets are gone, so here we go at pit road entrance. Let's see who comes down. We got a little faking there by Hankins, but Dustin Lee brings it in. Todd McDuffie brings it down. The 38 is on pit road. Kyle Vincent Gilbert. The 97 on pit road. 16 is on pit road. Garland Meadows. Craig Adamczak. And the 12 is spraying for mosquitoes out here. Smoking real bad. 38 is off with rights only, it looks like. Dustin Lee takes 4. The 03 takes 4 of Todd McDuffie. I certainly think pitting is the right move here. We got the guy is out of the race that was causing all the wrecks. So it's likely to go green from here. And I certainly would want 4 tires. And considering who's left out on the track, you're really not giving up any track position with how many trucks are left here. So that could be the call of the race. We'll have to see if Dustin Lee will get call of the race for coming down for tires. When there's a lot of trucks here, track position is king. And I'm sure that's what Hankins and Neil Adamczak are thinking. But we don't have a lot of cars left here. 9 on the lead lap, it's shown. Let's take a driver interview. Let's hit up the number 1 of Neil Adamczak.
Hey, can I get my black flags cleared?
Get in the booth, you got me? Hey, Neil Adamczak, you got me?
The chat's the same.
Okay, well, very good. Then we'll talk to you, Craig. So, Craig, tell me how you know Neil over here. Is he your brother, your dad, or?
Yeah, that's my brother.
Okay, so you must be the smart one out of the two, right? No, just kidding.
How'd you know that?
Well, because you're the one I'm talking to. But, well, Craig, you're back there. What do you got for these guys? Still on the lead lap. Do you got anything to get up front?
I don't know, it's pretty tough now. I'm not on the lead lap anymore, so I don't know. We're going to need some good luck.
Yeah, you just rolled past start-finish there and shown first car one lap down. Tough break. But have a good run out there as we get the one to go.
Thanks, Mike.
All right, there you go, brothers, and Craig is the smart one, we learned. So, sorry about that, Neil, but Neil's up front. Hey, right behind the pace car. That's a good spot to be. Right outside it, Jonas Hankins, our leader. Looking at our most laps led count, which is a race within itself, Jonas Hankins is on 12 laps led, and Neil Adamczak, Dustin Lee tied with 9 laps led for second. All right, so doubled up here, ready to take it back green. We're halfway. Let's hope we can keep this green. Pace car's off, and green, green, green. Hankins gets a good start there. Adamczak was sleeping. Dustin Lee practically pushing the 06 of Dale Lombardo. Lombardo makes it into the top 3, into second place for the first time tonight. Dustin Lee's got the inside on Neil Adamczak as Neil continues to go back. But fights on the outside and holds the position in third. Jonas Hankins is our leader. Dale Lombardo second. Neil Adamczak third. Oh, and the 06 really drove it in there. Adamczak had to check up, giving Dustin Lee the advantage. Mark Dustin Lee up to second, and Todd McDuffie follows through as the one shoves it into line there to try to get to the bottom. Hankins has got a big lead. Dustin Lee up to second, ready to run him down. As Lombardo keeps sliding back. So Dustin Lee is trying to make up the gap. Let's see as he crosses the line here. Got 1/10 on him that lap, 3/10 back now. Dustin Lee trying to rein in the leader as they're side by side for third back here. The 1 and the 38, Adamczak and Vincent Gilbert. Gilbert on the fighting hard on the outside there and making it work. Adamczak giving him lots of room though. McDuffie gets a spot. But Adamczak continues to fight the inside, but McDuffie's way too high. He's up against the wall, hits the wall. We got to fight for the lead. Dustin Lee has made it up there. The Hankins gets on the inside and takes the lead in that Olive Hill Welding. So Olive Hill Welding truck to the front. Dustin Lee trying to lead some more laps here. Looks like Hankins is content to ride at the moment. Neil Adamsick trying to rein him in from third place. I spoke too soon. Hankins looks on the inside of Lee, gets the spot. Fighting side by side. 24 laps remain. Oh, and Hankins slides up a little. We're 3 wide for the lead. The one dives it to the inside. Adamsack. Dustin Lee fighting on the outside. 3 wide for the lead. And Adamsack gets it done. Lee has to get out of it. Wow. Great driving by the top 3 there. But that's what happens with the draft when they get side by side. It sucks everybody up into it. So reset, Adamsack is now our new leader. He's out trying to continue to lead laps, tying again for 10 laps led with Dustin Lee after leading that last one. So the battle continues for most laps led. So Adamsack is our leader, Jonas Hankins second, Dustin Lee third. Kyle Vincent Gilbert runs in fourth, trying to reel in that top 3. Top 3 all lined up here. 20 to go. And I'm not sure if these guys are riding or just racing their guts out. It's kind of hard to tell. But it is important to hold your lane, and Adamsack does it, keeping the bottom. They're coming up on some lap traffic here. Oh, the 2 hits the wall. Hankins hard into the wall. Gives up second spot to Dustin Lee. So tough break for Jonas Hankins. No caution. He slapped it a ton. So that spreads out the top 3 here. Checking the replay of Hankins. This looks like it pushes up into the wall and slaps pretty hard. So the back to live action here, Craig Adamsack, the 97, goes down another lap, gives way to the leaders, stays up really high there. That's good sportsmanship, like to see that. Dustin Lee tries to rein in our leader here, Adamsack, Neil that is. So it's a 2-horse race. Jonas Hankins holding third, but shown 1 second back. And Dustin Lee is right there looking for the lead. Looks inside of Adamsack. Can't hold it down there very well. Adamsack fights back on the outside and holds the position. Back in third for side by side for third. Kyle Vincent Gilbert. Oh no, excuse me, that's Sarah Ciesner and the Jonas Hankins. Sarah is several laps down, but out there racing, trying to get some laps. We got a race for the lead. Dustin Lee looking. And I tell you what, when you're on that inside, it wants to push up. And it's tough to hold it. So Adamsack is right there. Dustin Lee right filling up his beers. Looks like Dustin Lee's going to look on the outside this time. And he's out there. Adamsack is holding steady on the bottom. Now we've seen this work earlier in the race. Let's see if Dustin Lee can do it. Adamsack pushes up and holds him tight. But Dustin Lee holding a nice firm line on the outside there. Some great racing for the lead here, side by side at Las Vegas. Lap 46 of 60. This is the race for the win. I mean, if you can get the track position, you can hold it. Dustin Lee making a run on the outside and holding taut. But Adamczak is up on the wheel, fighting hard on the inside. I wonder if the other trucks are going to be able to catch up with these guys side by side for so long. And Dustin Lee gets the preferred spot there and takes over the lead. Great run on the outside to pass Adamczak. And the one puts it up into the wall. Not sure what happened there, but as soon as he got in the dirty air, it went right up into the wall, and now the one is back to second place. Dustin Lee is our leader. It looks like Dustin is pulling a gap. 1 second back to Neil Adamczak. Jonas Hankins continues to hold third place. Let's take a look at him. Todd McDuffie's right there looking on his inside, getting some pushing help from Kyle Vincent Gilbert. And they push right on by Jonas Hankins. And now Kyle Vincent Gilbert takes a look on the inside of the 83. So Todd McDuffie lined up with Kyle Vincent Gilbert. And now Jonas Hankins is trying to hang on there. Going back through the field. Dale Lombardo rounds out our last car of the lead lap, running that back there by himself in 6th spot. Probably hoping for a caution. So meanwhile, up front, Dustin Lee continues to drive away from the field. 2 second gap now over Neil Adamczak. Ten laps to go. Looking at our most laps led now. Dustin Lee catching up. He's up to 16. Adamczak has 17, and Hankins has 18. So if he can hold it for a couple more laps, Dustin Lee will be our new most laps leader. And really putting these guys to school here once he got out in the clean air. Continues to pull a gap. Let's see how much more. 2.1 seconds back to Neil Adamczak. So Dustin Lee continues to hold his lead. Let's take a look back here at 4th place. Kyle Vincent Gilbert in the 38, getting around Jonas Hankins, can continue to fight it out there for 4th. In the God's Not Dead truck. Very interesting paint job. They try to catch up to Todd McDuffie in the 3rd spot. But Vincent Gilbert takes a look in the inside of the 2 of Hankins and turns him, and they both go into the wall. Yellow flag. Craig Adamczak comes by and gets a piece of it. Let's take a look at the replay there. Taking a look here. Kyle Vincent Gilbert is inside of Jonas Hankins. And it looks like Hankins is just kind of pushing down a little bit there. Hold on, let me back up. If you watch the line in the pavement, yeah, the 2 does come down, but they are racing tight there, right on each other, not giving each other any room. They've been trading spots for several laps, not really working together there. And here's the outcome. They're both in the wall. So back to live action. You can see Kyle Vincent Gilbert bringing it down pit road with the 2 of Jonas Hankins. Dale Lombardo also on pit road as our leaders stay out. 5 laps to go. So resetting our field up front. Dustin Lee is our leader. Todd McDuffie up to second. Neil Adamczak in third. Kyle Vincent Gilbert in fourth. And Jonas Hankins is shown in fifth, even though he's on pit road. Jonas Hankins is tore up, his whole front end. Let's take a look at that. Both front fenders are really down on the tires there and pushed in. He's going to have a tough time keeping up at this bigger track. All right, let's see if we can get an interview. Let's hit up our leader, Dustin Lee, and see what he has to say here. With 5 laps to go.
The replay of the accident, it looked like they were battling because I was in that mix for a little bit too, and then I got out of it, got ahead of both of them, and then they started tanking. And before I could even say, man, it looked like they might get into something, and sure enough, they did.
All right. Hey, Mike Ellis up in the booth. Dustin Lee, you got me down there?
Yeah.
So you got the OHW machine up front. You had a good gap there, a little over 2 seconds. Looked like you were holding it and actually pulling away there. Tough break to see this late caution. That's probably not what you wanted to see, huh?
Nah, definitely not what I wanted to see. Everybody else got new tires now. I just had to stay out, me and Todd. So hopefully we can hold it out here, finish it off.
Yeah, it's a tough call on tires with this many trucks on the track. So, well, good luck out there. We've been actively watching up here in the booth the most laps led contest, which is kind of our race within the race here, guys. And let me update you on that. Dustin Lee, 21 laps led. Jonas Hankins, 18. Neil Adamczak, 17. So Neil and Jonas, you guys can catch him, but you better get busy.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep it clean here, keep it out of the fence. So see if I can hang on for these last couple laps.
All right, well, good luck out there in the Olive Hills welding machine, and we'll see you in Victory Lane.
Before.
All right, well, we got several drivers who will argue with me there. Todd McDuffie is starting second. I don't see any damage on McDuffie's truck in the 03 there. Safety clean, Chevy Silverado. We're going to have a 2-lap shootout, it appears, doubling up here. Kyle Vincent Gilbert's going to start third. He's got some damage. His front ends are pushed in a little bit, his fenders. Not sure if that's going to help him or not. Starting on the outside of the 38 is the one truck, Neil Adamczak. Had a great race all night, and he's been running top 3 and is right there in the hunt. That outside lane is a disadvantage, so look for these guys. Try to get to the bottom as soon as possible. Jonas Hankins starting 5th. He's got quite a bit of damage left, so I'm not sure Hankins is going to play into this. But the 06, the Dale Lombardo on the outside there, And that turquoise blue machine looks pretty clean in Junior Motorsports Chevy Silverado. Let's see if he can get in this thing and get up there in the top 5. So watch out for Lombardo. So nerves are up, pace car's off. We're going to have a 2-lap shootout, folks, here, NASCAR style. Dustin Lee brings them down. Green, green, green. A little late to start. McDuffie gets a great start on the outside and holds side by side with Lee. But Lee has the advantage going into the corner. The inside's the shorter distance. He holds the lead. McDuffie pulls down, slots into second. Neil Adamczak takes third. And Hankins up to fourth. Great run in that damaged truck. I thought for sure he'd fall back, but he got around both Lombardo and Kyle Vincent Gilbert. But up front, 1, 2, 3, these top 3 lined up. McDuffie starting to look on the inside of Lee. He's right on him. The one has to take evasive action, goes into the wall, but saves it. The 83 takes a look. Todd McDuffie, Dustin Lee pinches him down. They touch, but they hold it. McDuffie does everything but turn Lee right there, but gets a run back on the inside. Last lap. Wow, what a race for the finish. Let's take a replay of Dustin Lee crossing the line. McDuffie had a run on the inside. And I tell you what, that is the closest finish in all-pro racing history, a .02 one-hundredths of a second. Dustin Lee is our winner. Congratulations to him. As he brings it down here near the grass to start his celebration. Let's see if we can get a word with our leader, our winner.
Mike Ellis up in the booth. Dustin Lee, congratulations on winning the Las Vegas truck race. Quite a win out there. Boy, .02 one-hundredths of a second. You barely held him off.
Yeah, I had a good run coming through 3 and 4, and I had to check up a lot coming out of 4. I was about to plow the wall down there, so I thought I had lost it there, but just barely managed to hang on there. Thanks, Todd, for running me clean there.
Well, you guys certainly put on a race with a 2-lap shootout there at the end, even though we had a lot of cautions. Great win for you, Dustin. Congratulations. Do you have anyone you want to thank?
I thank you guys for putting this on, and sponsor Olive Hill Welding for putting a good truck together here, and good setup under it. So it didn't change all that much all night, and just thanks for everybody for showing up.
All right, congratulations, Dustin. Let's see if we can talk to our second place finisher, Todd McDuffie. You got me out there in the safety clean machine?
Yeah, I got you, Mike. How you doing?
Well, wow, congratulations on a second place finish. You almost had the win. I'm sure that's a little bit tough to swallow. You were so close, but quite a run up there on that last lap. Tell us about it.
Well, I had a good run on the outside, and then had to pull it down, and me and Dustin kind of hooked up there, and I thought Neil was going to catch me on that one side, but I don't know if something happened in the draft or not, but he kind of slicked off, and then it was just me and Dustin, and then I was trying. I bumped him just a little bit in that one turn coming off of 4, and I was like, well, I hope I got enough just to get under him, but obviously you see it wasn't enough, but it was a close one. Yeah.
Well, it seemed like your strategy was just kind of ride around and stay out of trouble, but you were in the right spot there at the end with the 2 to go and right up in the mix. Congratulations. Do you have anyone you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Safety Clean, and my crew, my paint guy, which is me. Did a hell of a job on this paint job, and this goes out to my mom. She passed away about 2 years ago. So, and my girlfriend, my wife, my kids, basically everybody, and the host, of course, for putting on this race.
All right. Well, the girlfriend and the wife. Well, thanks, Todd. Congratulations. Let's see if we can talk to our podium finisher, third place, Neil Adamczak. You still out there? Looks like Neil is taking it behind the wall, so we're not going to get to talk with him.
So make sure to check our website at all-pro-racing.com for the live streams, replay information, and how to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure to join us next week, every Tuesday night. Lots in store. Great race, Michael.
Yeah, great race. I think we got Atlanta coming
Where
up
do
next
we,
week,
get
and
a link
hoping
to
to.
this? So we can see it.
I'm sorry, I got driver chat coming through, but yeah, I think we're going to Atlanta for 60 laps next week. Anybody who hasn't signed up for the league, get over to the All Pro Racing at the iRacing League page, and that way you'll get notified every time we have these races, in case you forget. Good race out there, I thought so.
Absolutely. So, very good. Yeah, we're looking for more drivers. Make sure to join us next week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.